Warning. You are about to leave your comfort zone. Beyond the teachers. Beyond the gurus. Beyond duality. Ever beyond.
Welcome. Welcome to the first episode, and I'm just trying to get the hang of linking in these Skype calls, and so we're now going to bring in our first guest. Vonda, Michelle, are you there? Hello.
Hi,
Good.
how are you?
I'm all right. Good evening. I just had a very panicked update of Skype. It crashed about 5 minutes before the show was about to start. I had to uninstall it, download it, and start it up again all in the time. It just about worked. So, very nice.
Wow. Starting off with a bang.
Yeah, that's right. Start off with the crisis. Carry on. That's right. So, Vonda, are you there yet? There we go. Oh, you are there. Vonda, hello. No, Vonda. Where is she? Oh, Vonda, where's she on? No, she's not there. There we go. So, anyway, Vonda, is that you there? No. Well, Michelle, let's have a let's talk, because it's not good to leave dead air, is it?
No.
But
that's okay.
Yes, I can hear you try.
She's the pilot, right?
Yeah.
I think you're allowed this.
Okay.
I gotta laugh about something because I was perfectly fine. I was completely not nervous. I was like, wow, I'm really starting to get the hang of this. And then I saw in the chat room that Rebecca Jernigan, and I'm like, oh, breathe.
There we go. So yes, we also like to welcome in Tracy there in the chat room. It's lovely to see you all. So the show is called Ever Beyond, and one of the things that we want to do in the show that we've kind of been gestating over the last few weeks is how we want to move forward with all of our light work and what it means, being light workers or whatever you want to call yourself. But basically, we're all looking to take ourselves a little further than we were, and so that's why I call it Ever Beyond. So we're always trying to push our own boundaries of belief and understanding and compassion and see where that takes us. So, with that in mind, let's just see. Vonda, are you there with us? Can you hear us?
I'm here.
Yes. You put your headphones on this time now?
Yes.
Yes, always helps.
I'm indoors.
That's good. So we won't have the traffic noise.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But no wind.
So tonight we decided we were going to be talking about beyond medicine. It seems to be the thing on the current feeling of the moment, and it's interesting because we the three of us are exemplifying basically three examples of the healing of the future. Vonda, you're a great student of herbalism, and you've been a therapist for several years. And go ahead.
Yes, I'm a therapist for 10 years, and I don't know if I would say a great student of herbalism, but I am a student.
Well, I think you're great, and you're a student, so that's it.
It's a lifetime of study and really should be taught from a very young age, because this is stuff everybody should know. It's stuff that grows around us, and I happen to be learning about North American herbs mainly, although Chinese herbs are accessible here, but I don't know them. And but it's a very complex study, and I think no one ever stops because there's so many layers. And but it's interesting how Western medicine, pharmaceuticals, are derived from these plants that we've evolved with for however long we've been here. And I guess that's up for debate, but yeah, and it's interesting how Western medicine has dissected them and taken from them and exploited them and lost the soul, but how all these herbs really do work and worked for us, and we're here. I mean, we've been using them for a long time, so it's fun to incorporate it.
Mm-hmm. And you've also got an interest in the bodywork, fascia and osteo thingy.
I do.
Osteo thingy.
Yeah, osteo thingy. The thing that's not about bones, ironically.
Mm-hmm.
But originally I was interested in energy from a very young age. I've always kind of been connected to that and aware of it and open, but I was not grounded, I must say, growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I was quite wild, so I thought learning anatomy would fix that. You know, getting into my body and understanding what it's about. And now I've come full circle and I'm learning energy again. But, like, in terms of herbalism, because the body is one thing, but incorporating physical work to open up the tissues and stuff and to create harmony and the herbs together is kind of unique. I understand.
Hmm.
Around these parts, anyway.
So that's a very interesting approach. So you're taking a kind of traditional and
very traditional studies, yeah. And osteopathy is not so traditional.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's quite recent osteopathy in medical terms.
Yeah, it has its traditions, and I think a bit of a murky beginning because the guy who studied most, I think. I'm thinking about still had a bit of a tragic life, lost his wife and kids to disease and at quite young ages, and anyway, he used to dig up bones, like native grave sites mainly, and study their anatomy at different stages of decay, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a bit of a grave robber.
All right.
And it really turned me off of the study. I was like, oh, man. But, no, it's an interesting study of looking at the body as a whole interdependent system that cannot be differentiated into little tiny parts like science likes to categorize and name things and assume that things are like independent of each other. And clearly everything, if we believe that everything is sort of a fractal where the microcosm and the macrocosm reflect each other, then the body is just like the world. It's like a whole system. So, yeah. In that way, herbalism and osteopathy are similar.
So, there's the violet path for where your interests lie. Now, Michelle, kind of, I kind of view this, if there is a spectrum of healings, yours is kind of on the other end of it because it doesn't involve administration of any medicine. It doesn't involve contact with the client, and yet it has effects. How would you address that?
Well, a lot of people ask me, well, do you do